I'm Davey. I'm awesome. And this is Josh, the Film Bestie.
And this is my show.
Excuse me?
Both know this is my show now. I deserve it.
What are you talking about?
It all started that summer. Summer like any other. My friends and I were in our clubhouse. They were playing cards. I was thinking about how that summer I'd become the invisible boy. My brother had just died in a car accident. In the clubhouse, there was me, Jerry O'Connell, Harold Curtis, and Ben Tramer. And that was the summer that would change our lives. The summer we saw a dead body. This is my show because Harold's gone. And just the other day I was reading in the news. Ben Tramer celebrating Halloween by wearing a mask that looks suspiciously like William Shatner before he was pinned by a car, set on fire. He died almost instantly. Never had friends like I had when I was 12. Hell, do any of us? Harold stands by me.
Okay, Gordy, if I give you this cookie, will you shut up and let us get back to my show?
Harold liked cookies.
Do you like fun and adventure? Then sit back and enjoy the Brothers Not Lovers as they discuss all things movies. What's overrated or underrated? What makes you go really? Or how dare you? Or even just simply how funny this movie can be. You have the insightful, intuitive Davey, who is awesome. And you have the Film Bestie, Josh. He's there.
Hi, I'm Davey. Awesome. This is Josh, the Film Bestie. And this is another episode review for a show we grew up loving. A bunch of little short films, all based off fairy tales. This one came out in 1982. And it was directed by Emil Ordolino. Written by Gerald Aris, based on the tales by the Brothers Grimm. Produced by Jonathan T. Taplin. Made by Gaylord Productions, Lionsgate Films, and Platypus Productions. Ladies and gentlemen, Rumpelstiltskin. The episode opens like all the others, with an introduction by Shelley Duvall.
Wait. Do I mean that? Yeah. Wait. Kinda.
And this time, not only is she telling us about the story of Rumpelstiltskin, but that she is going to be in this episode of Rumpelstiltskin.
Or as my parents called it, before my bris.
We're not Jewish.
Mom and Dad didn't know that.
Yes, they did. They were Catholic.
Yeah, they're also crazy.
Fair enough.
I don't even know how to spell it.
Do you?
Yeah. R-U-M... Rumpelstiltskin. We start with the king, played by Ned Beatty.
Hey, do these Hollywood people know Ned Beatty?
Oh, yeah.
We sure do love Ned Beatty.
Yeah, he's our favorite actor.
Oh, he's good. He's good. I bought a pair of them man undies online. The eBay even.
The king is unhappy.
Every princess in this world has begged to marry you.
He doesn't want any of the princesses that have been brought to him. He wants a princess who excites him, who challenges him.
Who doesn't make him squeal like a pig.
There was no chance that we were going to do a movie with Ned Beatty in it and not reference Deliverance.
And we are definitely going to be doing it again.
His actual problem is that the princesses all come from poor countries.
You don't want me to marry a princess who's poor, do you?
Huh. Normally the princess is the one who's the gold-digging Becky.
The king wants advice. So he brings in the miller, who is there to pay tribute, and asks who he should take for his queen. And this humble miller, who says that he has the most beautiful and talented daughter in all the kingdom, and that she can embroider tapestries that resemble gold.
Only resemble.
what else do you expect them to do?
Well, in a way, sir, they are gold.
Okay, dude, you should stop now.
Your daughter actually spins gold?
Back it up. Back it up! Seriously, you're going somewhere you don't want to go. But instead, he keeps going.
Straw. She spins gold from straw.
Fathers. My father used to make such stories about me. Like I was so good at doing yard work. Then he got mad because they didn't want us living there anymore. Came at us with pitchforks, torches.
You set their yard on fire.
Somebody had to beat the beast.
The king wants to meet the miller's daughter. So the miller rushes back to his completely real-looking house to meet with his daughter, played by Shelley Duvall, to tell her that the king wants to meet her.
He has heard that you are beautiful.
In fact, your father told him that you're the most beautiful girl in the entire kingdom.
But really?
Yeah.
Really? Man, in that king, if she's the most beautiful girl in that kingdom, I got a chance. Oh boy, I'm gonna go find me the Elizabeth Caton of that kingdom.
I think apparently you did.
I'm gonna find the second best Elizabeth Caton of that kingdom.
This should probably look like...
I don't judge. A girl's a girl, and I'm a boy, and I'm so lonely.
He has heard that you can spin and sew.
But I hate to spin and sew.
It seems like the miller exaggerates just a little bit.
A little.
But she decides to go ahead and go meet the king.
Your king is pleased.
Suey! The king takes her to a room filled with straw. And to her confusion, he wants her to spin that straw into gold.
Personally, I'd settle for a sandwich.
She tells the king she doesn't know how to spin straw into gold. Probably doesn't know how because that's not really possible. But the king says the miller told him that she could do it.
He told me. Now, don't pretend that it's not true.
Seriously, dude, which one is easier to believe? That she can spin straw into gold or that the miller is lying?
What's easier to believe? That she's the most beautiful woman in the kingdom?
I mean, he's the king. The king tells her that if the straw is not made into gold by the next night, she will die.
Oh, Father.
Counting on you, sweetheart. Good luck. Like, seriously, shouldn't the king be threatening the lying father versus the poor girl who obviously had no idea what he was talking about?
Any word on that sandwich, by the way?
While in the room crying, the miller's daughter gets a visitor.
She is visited by the legendary Billy Barty.
Wrong, Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh, so this is not the good one. Gotcha.
Such sad, sad tears.
She's visited by an imp played by Hervé Villechaize, most famously known as Tattoo from Fantasy Island.
Pain.
The imp tells her that he can spin the straw into gold, but wants to know what she offers in return.
My neck ribbon with this cameo. Will it do?
It will do. He agrees to spin the straw into gold.
Oh, God. Does he know how to make a sandwich? Does anyone?
So the imp goes about spinning the straw into gold. The next morning, with a room full of gold straw, the king comes in.
I'm so pleased.
I wouldn't be. Girl's been sleeping on the job. Look at her.
She's been in there all night.
And where's my sandwich?
So how does the king reward her?
A larger room.
The king is an a-hole.
Hey, she spun some gold. She could spin some more.
Actually, she can't.
Oh, yeah. Well, she should have said something.
He threatened her with death. The king gives the same command as before, spin all that straw into gold, or she dies. She tries because she can't find the imp, until finally, after she's failing, he shows up. And he cuts right to the chase, wanting to know what she offers. And the only thing she has to give is a ruby ring that her dead mother left her.
It will do.
Hey, the man's teaching her a valuable lesson, not to get hung up on valuable possessions.
That was her dead mother's.
Hey, big whoop. You don't see us getting hung up on our dead mother's valuables.
What valuables? Anything she had that was valuable enough to get her $1, she pawned.
Anything we had that had enough value for $1, she pawned.
Next morning,
A bigger room. More straw.
when is it enough?
He needs that gold. He's gonna trade it for bear. That's what I would do.
The king takes her to the largest room in his castle, filled with straw, and tells her that if she can get it done by morning, doing it one more time, not only will he spare her life, but she will become his queen. You lucky girl.
See? That's a man right there. Man of the outback woods. But he knows how to motivate a woman with positivity and negativity.
Would you not like to be my queen?
Why the hell would she? You've threatened her with death to do a task that you should know is impossible.
You're just jealous. You're mad because he didn't have to go through all the dating games that you had to go through.
All I did was offer her some chocolate. I ate some.
And if I can't, I die.
But if you can, you get to make him squeal. The imp comes back, but this time she has nothing to give. So he has an offer for her. He asks that if she becomes queen,
Would you give me your firstborn child?
I would.
Hey!
Face it, dude. He'd trade you for a Klondike bar.
No, you wouldn't. Would you?
Of course not. Why do you have Klondike bars? She does not believe the king is sincere, so she agrees. Her firstborn kid with the king, if he spends the gold. Of course, they spend the gold, so the next morning,
My lord, your queen.
that poor woman.
Too bad Popeye ain't around.
Dude, she's better off married to Jack Torrance.
Christopher Lloyd never treated her that bad.
She treated Christopher Lloyd that bad.
At last, the king is happy.
Who cares, you monster? But hey, some time passes.
At last, the queen is happy.
I hope it's a boy, because he seems like the kind of king that would kill you if it wasn't. But now the imp is back, and it's now that she remembers the promise she made to him about giving her first child. To get out of it, she offers anything he could possibly want. Gold, jewels, riches beyond his wildest dreams.
Women! Men?
Goats. But he doesn't want any of those things. He wants the child.
Or the complete DVD set of Wings.
I want that.
Yeah.
I gotta have something live.
Oh God, is he gonna eat it?
It's possible. They never do actually explain why he wants a child. And I don't see this being like a storm of the century type deal. The imp offers her a deal. He'll give her 3 days to guess his name. And if she can do that, she can keep her child and he will go away. If not, the child is his.
Herbert?
Daniel?
De Leon?
Paul?
Jetto?
Harold? It's not that, Harold.
It's not that. It's. I don't have my sandwich yet, and I'm hungry. I'll take a chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A if I have to.
Oh, dude, I didn't know you were that hungry. He comes back the next day, and she's still guessing.
Alexander? Antoine? Apollonius?
No.
Joe?
Mama?
Estevez?
Emilio!
The queen orders her subjects to go searching the kingdom for him to find out who he is. But to no avail, so she just keeps guessing.
Short ribs?
No.
I don't know which one is worse. Her thinking that his name has something to do with him being short, or that he's named after a food.
I got it! The thing you said about having a boy. They might kill her. It was a Henry VIII reference. Score!
Seriously? Her subjects still cannot find the imp. Mostly because they refuse to go out to the scary woods at night. So she takes it upon herself to go out to the scary green screen alone. She's also gonna go ask her animal friends.
But it is I. the miller's daughter.
Didn't the miller give you a name?
Even he didn't have a name, just an occupation.
Among her animal friends, only the unicorn knows where he is.
That's not a real unicorn.
Where do you suggest they get a real unicorn? The unicorn takes her underground to the home of the imp, where he and a bunch of other imps are having a party. As the party is winding down...
Good night, Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh, I was way off. Knew it started with an S, though.
It doesn't.
Then how do you spell it?
Let's just move on. The next day, to tease him, she guesses wrong on purpose, starting with the name Harold.
A shame. I always liked Harold.
I like that name too. He was going to be godfather to my first child, named after him. Well, him or Ben Tramer. It's not fair. And she didn't even give up the case of Wonk bars. What's it going to take? What are we going to learn? Heal the world. Make it a better place. For Harold and me.
It must be Rumpelstiltskin.
He's not happy.
They told you that. They told you the witches.
To this day, it is still heavily debated on whether or not the original story had him say, the witches told you that, or the devil told you that. We're actually not sure. But I think because this was a kids' movie, they toned it down for the witches.
I'll tell you who told her that. Harold.
Now imagine what they could have done with more of a budget.
Still bigger than ours.
Fair enough. The king makes a decree.
That we all be happy as long as we all shall live.
Or he'll kill you. So there you have it. That's the second episode in the Faerie Tale Theatre Classics, Rumpelstiltskin. This one, of course, another Brothers Grimm tale. Very grim one. In the original story, they actually had Rumpelstiltskin fly out the window on a ladle versus disappearing. I think disappearing is better. Flying on a ladle, that's just... I don't know.
My God, this one was terrible. This is among my least favorite of the entire series.
I think that's just because we saw this one after we'd seen the movie with Billy Barty.
God rest.
The Canon Pictures, which, as a kid, we absolutely loved that one. But I will say this, to me, it wasn't the best done. Like, not trying to be mean to Tattoo over there, but he really wasn't that great of an actor.
No.
Even for a little person.
They should have had Vern Troyer.
I think he would have been a kid around the time this was made.
Oh, yeah.
The name Rumpelstiltskin in German means little rattles stilts. I don't know why they named a character after that, but okay. The overall message of this, though, besides not making promises you can't keep, not over bragging on somebody, the fact that fathers really suck, the moral of the story that the Brothers Grimm intended was that somebody knowing your name gives them power over you somehow.
That's why no one will ever know my true name.
They do know your name, Rachel.
That's not my true name. Not anymore. You'll never guess it. It's Josh. You'll never guess it.
I will say this, as much as this wasn't my favorite of the fairy tale theaters, Rumpelstiltskin is one of my favorite classic stories. Kind of sad that of all the public domain fairy tales that Disney decided to make cartoons out of, they never did try their hand at Rumpelstiltskin.
And there's so much potential for this story.
Oh, seriously. And then some people said, well, it's a little bit too grown up for Disney. They made The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Have you ever read the original Hunchback of Notre Dame?
No, but I've seen the movie.
That's definitely not a kid's tale. Like, seriously, that's almost as bad as like Disney presents their version of Boogie Nights. With Goofy playing Dirk Diggler. Gosh. But either way, I will say, like, yeah, the Faerie Tale Theaters, they could have done better with Rumpelstiltskin. But to assure those of you who maybe have seen this one, or are thinking maybe this isn't going to be that great, they get better. I mean, it did have one redeeming quality, though. It had Ned Beatty.
We sure do love Ned Beatty.
Not as much as most hillbillies, but yes. It also was interesting that of all the ones that Shelley Duvall said that she wanted to be a part of the actual story, she picked this one, where she didn't even get a name. She's casted as the miller's daughter.
She could have played Sleeping Beauty. Wouldn't have had to listen to her talk so much.
Dude.
I'm sorry.
Robin Williams should punch you in the face for that one.
Yeah, when he climbs out of his closet.
When he's done hanging around. Even though, again, it's not my favorite, I still recommend you guys check it out. Just because, in my opinion, you should check out all the Faerie Tale Theaters. And like we pointed out in the last video, almost every one of them is on the YouTubes. So check them out.
Yeah, and check out Rumpelstiltskin with Billy Barty, too.
As of this filming, that's on Tubi.
I like Tubi.
So there you have it. That's our episode review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to hit like, subscribe, hit the little bell so you get notifications when we're posting videos, and leave a comment. Tell me what you thought of the Faerie Tale Theater's Rumpelstiltskin. Love you guys. Hello?
Dude, it's me. Look, you can keep the ice cream, but you gotta take him back.
What? Why?
He eats everything. I have no food left in my house. Dude, he's eating my clothes. I mean, he literally ate my shorts.
Your problem now.
Come on, man. It's a freaking goat.